this can be one of your greatest superpowers. But failing to do this can lead to burnout and stress. Do you ever struggle with saying yes to so many things? This is very common, especially in the home care industry where caretakers were naturally wanting to help people. I mean, you started this home care business for a reason. You want to help people. And so a lot of times those people, and again, not saying you are, tend to be people pleasers, which means that you say yes to so many things. My name is Bonitatibus, and this is Let's Grow Together, the show about helping you become the best version of yourself. And today's episode was really inspired by a recent event that happened when I was at a conference. I was at this event, it was the Home Care Association of America, and while I was there, we had this kind of a welcome party at this Airbnb that we hosted. There was a bunch of people there: Regina Ascension, Sarah Barker, the Nobles, Clinton Jessica, and then invited a bunch of people to come to this event. So while I was at this event, I noticed that one of my clients had walked in the door and I hadn't seen him in a while. And I was honestly so excited to see him, but I wasn't going to just drop the conversation and then go over to him. So as I started talking with other people, and then I finally kind of got space to go find him. And I remember looking around and not seeing him. And I got like annoyed. I was like, there is no way that he left without saying hi to me. And so I start looking around, I go in the other room, and then I come back in the other room, and then there he is. And he was coming to look for me, and we just embrace in this massive hug. And his name's Jonah. He was like one of my earlier clients. He's an early success story of really branding himself as a dementia expert through the video content that I helped him to create. And what was so cool is, like, after this embrace, Jonah, being the amazing entrepreneur that he is, he went straight into action and was like, hey, I've been asking other people. I want to ask you, what's the one piece of advice that you have experienced or that you would give? And like, how has that like impacted your business? Immediately, first thing that came up to my head in this moment was I said to him, saying no. This is something that I've found to be a skill set of mine that I didn't even realize I had. One of my other friends, who in my opinion is much more successful than me, and even said this when he was, again, still more successful than me, he's like, you're really good at saying no. And I was like, huh, really? I guess that's true. And a big aspect of why this is such an important skill set and why I am good at saying no is because I have a very clear vision of what I want and what I want to achieve. And so just because an opportunity comes up doesn't mean I'm saying yes to it if it's not aligned with my goals. Because saying yes to something means you're also saying no to something else. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that people don't realize is that if you say yes to everything, you're also saying no to potentially future things that are more aligned with your goals and objectives of what you want to achieve. For example, I had a situation where one of my clients was like hosting or had an event or knew somebody in an event in Houston that was a speaking opportunity. They're like, hey, they're looking for speakers. I thought you could speak about social media. But the thing is, the audience is not my audience. They're not home care owners. And so to me, that wasn't aligned with my goals and vision. And yes, is it cool that I want to speak? And that is part of my goal. But right now, my focus is in serving the home care audience. And that's where my streamlined focus is. And so to me, it was a no. And so when you get super clear on what your goals and objectives are, it becomes really easy to either say yes or say no. Does this align with my overall goals that I want to achieve? So another example of this within my own business is I have a lot of skill sets, different things in digital marketing. I mean, I've done like graphic design work, I've built websites, like done video for people, right? I've done a lot of things that I've acquired, different skill sets that I know that I could sell and offer to other people. And so when it comes to business, a lot of times people are like, oh, can I sell this? So I will. And to me, that's a huge mistake. And again, this goes into saying no, not just saying yes because somebody needs help or somebody, because I know that's a big thing in the home care industry, right? Is understanding that you want to say yes to everything. But saying yes to this one client means you're saying no to potentially another client. And it can be hard sometimes to say no because you want to help so bad, but you're you're actually hurting your ability to help more people. Because when you have that streamlined vision of growing and scaling and wanting to build your business bigger so that you can then help more people, it requires you to say no and be very strategic about how you manage your time. And so for my own specific business, I had different opportunities and things that I could sell, but one that was more specific was I was considering offering like video editing services for my business. And I was back and forth in whether or not I wanted to do it. I knew it was going to be potentially a whole nother aspect of the business, kind of going away from just coaching. And now it's basically this home care agency or, this video marketing agency side of things. And so for me, I thought about one thing: is me offering video editing services going to help my clients get greater results and make their life easier? The answer was yes. So I started offering that service. And I'm so glad I did, because I was struggling to get my clients to get on camera and to make these videos. And so when I created this process and I offered the video editing as part of our package, we've been able to create so many more videos from making that change, from the digital directing aspect that I do with my clients, where I'm doing recording the videos with them, plus the video editing. I mean, we've created like hundreds, probably close to thousands of videos at this point, because I was willing to say no to other things and say yes to the things that were aligned with the visions and goals. And so I highly encourage you to be very mindful and thoughtful about what you are saying yes to. Think about, from a clarity perspective, what your goals and vision are, so that when an opportunity comes, you can ask yourself, is this rooted into my overall goal of what I want to achieve? If the answer is yes, then you say yes. If the answer is no, you politely decline. It's as simple as that. Say no. It's okay. It's fine. People will get over it. You need to focus on what's your goal and your vision and what you want to achieve. But remember, you don't need to do it alone. Let's grow together.